Welcome everyone. Okay, so today we will discuss the chapter number 3, fiber to fabric. We will discuss chapter number 3, fiber to fabric. On the last class I had discussed some of the words regarding to that chapter as you have learnt it previously on the last class, that is on class 6. So everyone will open page number 24 from where the chapter starts quickly. Page number 24 quickly, and I will read from the top. In class 6 you have learnt about some fibers obtained from plants. Okay, now can you name the plants from where the fibers we got? The plants from where the fibers are got. What are the name of the plants? Jute and cotton. Very good. Okay, now what are the special name given to this type of that is, what is jute or cotton? What is the name given to this? This is fibers. Fibers we got from jute or cotton, and these fibers is also called natural fiber. So what is fiber? Fiber is a very it is a thread that's having very small or very thin in nature. So thin in nature, thread like strands, thread like strands. So this is one thin fiber. Okay, you can see this. This is a very thin fiber. So thin and strand, thread like strands. This is thread like strands. Okay, so this is called fibers, and these are some natural fiber which we got from jute and cotton. But in this chapter we will know about some fibers which is also natural, but these are of animal origin. Now look at the next part. You also learn that wool and silk fiber are obtained from animals. Wool is obtained from the flesh of sheep or yak. Okay, so next is that animal fiber. We got it from sheep, yak, and also some animals will come later on. Animal fiber, and the word fleece. What is fleece? Fleece is that layer. It is that layer with hair. That layer of hair from which the animal fiber or the yarn is produced. Basically the wool is produced. Okay, so fleece is the layer of hair which is extracted from the animals for the preparation of fabric or the wool. Next one, silk fiber come from cocoon of the silk moth. Now cocoon is made up of silk moth. It is looking like that. It is an oval shape. It comes with basically with two colors. One is light yellow and another one is a blush white. Okay, this is cocoon. This is made by the silk moth around its body, and it is made up of fibers, and these fibers are extracted by some process. There is some process is later on. Do you know which part of sheep's body yields fiber? Obviously they are here. Are you aware how these fibers are converted into woolen yarn that we buy from the market to knit sweaters? Now there is a sequence I will write in the board. So from the animal we got the fiber. Next one, it is converted to yarn, then to fabric or the wool. So fiber, this is the raw material which we will got directly from animals or plants. Then it is goes through some process, that is the spinning mill doing the job. They bundle together the fibers. They bundle together the fibers to convert it to a thicker one, to the yarn. So a very thin fiber is like that, but a yarn when comes with the in the yarn form, then it is thicker one. So it is a combination of fibers, more than a few number of yarns. A few number of fiber produces the yarn. Next, do you have any idea how silk fiber are made into silk? Okay, this is the question to us which we will know, which is woven into sarees. In this chapter we shall try to find out the answer of this question, that is how the yarn is produced and how the silk fiber is extracted from cocoon. These are the questions for this chapter. Now we will go for the animal fiber. Basically the two fibers will be discussed here. One is wool, another one is silk. Okay, so first section, that is 3.1, is the discussion on wool. Wool comes from sheep, goat, yak and some other animals. So from where we got the wool, you will remember sheep, yak, goat and some other animals. Some other animals, that is llama, alpaca, camel, etc. Sheep, yak, goat, some other animals from where we got the wool. These wool yielding animals bear hair on their body. So these hair is the source of the raw material. Do you know why these animals have a thick coat of hair? Now the thick coat of hair is the adaptation technique used by that animals. What is adaptation technique? That is grown on their body to live in a particular place or particular area, that is to adjust with the atmosphere. There some special characteristics is built on their body, that is to protect it from the atmosphere. So here also the wool producing animals having a thick layer of fur or hair in their body, just to protect themselves from cold. So just to protect themselves from cold, because the layer of hair, thick layer of fur or hair, it traps the air, and air is a bad conductor. Air is bad conductor. So their body temperature or body heat retains on their surrounding to their body, which keeps them warmer. So it is the adaptation techniques which is used by that kind of animal. Okay, so what is the necessity of the thick layer of hair or fur? That is, it protects from extreme cold condition, keeping their body warmer. This is one question, and it also comes on the exercise of this chapter also. When we will discuss the exercise, the questions will obviously be there. Next, come to activity 3.1. Feel the hair on your body and arms and those on your head. Do you feel any kind of differences? Which one seem coarse and which one is soft? So the fiber, one is coarse, one is soft. Coarse fiber and soft fiber. So soft fiber is used for the making of the dress materials, which is costly because it is not easily available. The availability of this soft fiber is less, whereas the coarse fiber is available rather than the soft one. Okay. Like us, the hairy skin of sheep has two types of fiber that form its flesh. Okay, two types of fiber, the coarse beard hair and the fine soft under hair close to the skin. So two kinds of hair, one is soft, another one is coarse hair. Soft hair is less available, whereas coarse hair is more available. Okay, some breeds of sheep possess only fine under hair. Some breeds of sheep possess very fine under hair and in lots more amount than the other animals. So using this property or using these characteristics of that animal, we use it for the breeding of new offspring. So a term will come there which is called as selective breeding. What is selective breeding? Selective breeding is the process that is choosing the parents so that the new property or the new characteristics, that is especially here, that is more amount of or lots more amount of soft under hair from the offspring. So what is the definition of the selective breeding? That is selection of parents for the growing of soft under hair in offspring is selective breeding. Selection of parents for the growing of soft under hair in offspring is selective breeding. Here also the definition given: the process of selecting parents for obtaining special characters in their offspring, such as soft under hair in sheep, is termed as selective breeding. Understood? Okay, next. So here you will remember the definition, what is selective breeding. Now repeat. Selection of parents for the growing of new character, in offspring like soft under hair is called selective breeding. Selection of parents for the growing of new character in offspring like soft under hair is called selective breeding. Okay, now come to the next title, animals that yield wool. Now in that section we will know about different kinds of animal from where we got the wool. Several breeds of sheep are found in different parts of our country. India is a source of beard which is coming from the sheep. However, the fleece of sheep is not the only source of wool. Though wool commonly available in the market is sheep wool, because it is maximum amount of wool coming from the sheep wool. So first one, animal from where we got the wool. Animals we got wool. Number one, that is sheep. Okay. Next one, yak. Yak wool. Yak is a name of animal. Yak wool is common in Tibet and Ladakh. So where the yak is cultivated, that is in Tibet and Ladakh. You also remember the place that the yak animal is found in Tibet and Ladakh. Angora wool is obtained from Angora goats found in hilly regions such as Jammu and Kashmir. Next one is Angora goats. Okay, next one is the Angora goats, from where we got the Angora wool. You can see that in your shawl or in the muffler it is given the Angora goats or Angora wool. This is the name of a company. Next one, wool is also obtained from goat hair. The underfur of Kashmiri goat is soft. So another one, number 4 is Kashmiri goat. Kashmiri goat. This is also a wool producing animal, and what it produces? It produces the fine shawl which is called as Pashmina shawl. So this is also an important question, that from which animal we got the Pashmina shawl, that is Kashmiri goat. The fur on the body of camel is also used for preparation of wool. So number 5 is camel. Camel fur is also used for the preparation of wool. Llama and alpaca is also a kind of animal. It is basically found in the Africa, llama and alpaca, from where we also got the wool, but this is imported. Okay, now activity 3.2, collect pictures of animals. Okay, this is not so important. Procure outline map of India and the world. Find out the mark, the place on the map where you find animals that provide wool. Use different colors to denote the location for different wool yielding animals. Now if you want to specify the areas, then here very little amount will be there, but in general we can say that in India, the northern part, the western part, northern part, that means Uttarakhand, some part of Uttar Pradesh, Jammu Kashmir, and then the Rajasthan some parts, and Gujarat, and in South India it is the Western Ghats, the hilly region of Western Ghats, as it is the temperature is less enough, is also there also the cultivation of that kind of animals. Okay, so today's part is on that, from where we produce the wool, that is the hair from different parts or different kinds of animal, that is basically sheep, the goat and the camel, llama, alpaca, these are the name of animal, and in which areas, basically in the hilly region, and it is also developed for the growth of the economy in the underdeveloped areas. Okay, so that's all. From their important part is, what is wool? Wool is a natural fiber which is obtained from animals, and name some animals and specifically where they are cultivated. You will remember this. Okay, so that's all for today.